Hi, so tonight we're going to make chicken tikka, and I will be really honest, today was kind of a long day at school and it would have been super easy to go through the drive-thru of Cane's and just pick up supper and call it good. But I have the Instant Pot and we're going to have a really good, healthy, delicious, warm, hearty dinner in just a matter of about 20 minutes. So before I turned on the camera, I started the Instant Pot on saute, and I got it really good and hot, and I have 1 small onion and 3 cloves of garlic in there. But what I did want to show you is this recipe also calls for a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger, and you don't want to eat that peel. But the easiest way to peel that ginger is to just scrape a spoon. This is just a regular soup spoon, and that peel comes right off of that piece of ginger. It's much easier than if you tried to use a vegetable peeler or a paring knife even. You would lose a lot more of your ginger. So I'm going to get that peel kind of out of the way, and then I'm just going to go through and slice it, and I want to mince that. Nobody wants a really huge piece of fresh ginger. Well, most people don't. I kind of like fresh ginger. And I'm not going to use that little kind of nubbly side there. And this goes in with the garlic and onion and sautés. And then, I'll just go through it one more time. Whenever I'm doing these recordings and I'm doing my knife work, I'm nervous because I think I'm going to cut myself. So I have my pieces of minced up ginger, and that goes in with my onions and garlic. And you want to let those cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until they're kind of nice and translucent. And if I had a second Instant Pot, I would be starting my rice. But I do have a second Instant Pot. I just haven't decided for sure if I'm going to use it or give it as a gift. But before I even started this, I started water on my stove for the rice. Because believe it or not, my rice that I'm going to have with my chicken tikka tonight will take longer than the chicken tikka. So once this is gone for about 3 to 4 minutes, and it's probably done about 2 minutes before I started filming, you're going to put in about 2 pounds of cubed up chicken breasts, and a whole bunch of spices. This recipe calls for paprika, turmeric, cumin, coriander, cayenne pepper. And so I just pre-measured all of those into a little bowl, and I'm going to sprinkle that in on my chicken and stir that around. And right now you're getting lots of great smells. I like a little bit of cinnamon in my chicken tikka, not much, but our family kind of likes that little bit of cinnamon. So you're just gonna stir that around just a little bit to make sure those spices are incorporated on all the pieces of chicken. And then this gets 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And that's about a ½ cup of liquid in that. And so you need to add just a little more liquid. I'm putting a ½ cup of chicken stock in. And I'm going to stir that again. And then the lid goes on. And I do this on high pressure, or I'm just going to do the manual mode here. So the lid goes on. Remember, when you're on saute, you have to turn it off first. And then I'm going to go to manual pressure for 7 minutes. So I'm going to have to adjust it down to 7. And it will just start. And after 7 minutes, then my recipe says to use the quick release. Then we're going to add some coconut milk to it. And this is where canned coconut milk is really a good thing. It adds that kind of rich creaminess. I noticed that my water for my rice has come to boil. Our family loves this brand of yellow rice. It's a saffron rice, which is pretty traditional. And so I'm going to get it started because actually I think it's going to take just a little bit longer than even my chicken. Speaking of chicken, you'll notice I grabbed a clean spoon to stir my rice with. You don't want to stir that rice with the raw chicken spoon for that cross-contamination. So I'm going to clean up the kitchen and get everything ready so that when this comes out in it'll probably take about 17 minutes. The recipes don't factor in the time of it coming up to pressure. And since my chicken was cold, it probably will take close to 10 minutes to come up to pressure. Conveniently, my rice has to cook for 15 minutes, so both things should be done at the same time. I enjoy having either fresh green beans or fresh broccoli with this. So have a good evening.
Girl.